All right, our first time chatting with Julian Goldie. What do you think, James?
Yeah, man, that was a interesting chat. I know he's big on YouTube now, and I think anyone listening who's in the SEO or some kind of digital marketing space, if you follow his blueprint on YouTube, you'll blow up like him. And so make sure you check out his channel too. But we dive into a lot of stuff with what he's doing there, how he's creating a lot of content relatively quickly as well for YouTube, and not having a bunch of video editors put some fancy edits together.
Yeah, it was good to hear he uses the script as well. And good dude, he blew up this year, so it was good to finally chat with him, see how his strategies are.
Yeah, if anyone is familiar with him, he was doing a lot of link building content, and then completely shifted to like ChatGPT AI videos, and just absolutely crushes it now on YouTube. It's pretty insane going from that to like almost like a full 180 in content, and then he's just crushing it with that.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to replicate what he's been doing on YouTube.
Yeah, you need to do it. You should do your income reports on there or something. People love that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, little Mia. But make sure you go down in the description as well. The advised community is down there. A link, discount code INDEXY. It'll give you 10% off for life. Plus, you don't have to interview to get into the community. Everything's in there. Always chatting every day on all sorts of SEO stuff. Obviously, there's discounts in there for other tools, a bunch of parasite stuff. Everything's going on in there. So make sure you check that link in the description.
Cool. Give the pod a listen, guys. Take it easy. What's good, everyone? It's Jackie Chow.
And this is James DeLacy.
And you're listening to This Week in Digital Marketing. All right, Julian. Good to finally have you on the pod, man. What's going on?
Yeah.
Perfect. So why don't you give the audience a quick intro about yourself? I'm sure many of them have already seen you on YouTube. Your YouTube channel has been blowing the fuck up, huh?
Oh, it's insane this year. You got to bear in mind, like 12 months ago, no one knew who I was. Like I had about 300 views a video, and that was on a good week.
One of those views was me too. I remember you were a big backlink or link building guy for a while. Then suddenly now you're all on ChatGPT AI and just absolutely crushing.
Yeah, it's insane. Like I think there was a lot of things, but definitely doing the AI case studies, it's just trending like crazy right now. So yeah, I mean, I do YouTube. I post videos daily on YouTube about SEO and AI. I have my own link building agency with over 100 clients and 50 people in the team, and live over in Thailand.
Perfect. How long have you been in Thailand for now?
On and off, like 7 years. I've lived all over the world, but I always come back to Thailand.
Wonderful. And what brings you there? Is it the warmer weather? You mentioned off air, the food. What keeps you there?
Yeah, I think for me it's like good culture, nice people, great food, a massive SEO community as well. That helps a lot. And it's kind of one of those places where I can live and just make progress every day on my goals, but seamlessly. Like in England, there's a lot more stuff going on that you have to think about outside of everything else you're trying to do. And the same, even when I was living in Latin America, it's kind of, there's a whole bunch of other stuff you have to think about that you don't have to worry about in Asia. So,
yeah. Gotcha. So what are you working on, man? Like, what's your day-to-day like? I know you have a consulting business, right? Or an agency?
I have a link building agency. Yeah.
Perfect. So that's like your main offer? Is that like is that your main offer, or what else do you have going on?
Yeah, so that's my main offer. So like I would say probably 80 or 90% of our income comes from that. And then we also have SEO Mastermind. So there's a lot of people who want to do link building, but they don't have the resources to invest in an agency. And so we just give them like a done with you sort of course and coaching program that comes with that. And then we have a bunch of affiliate sites as well, but it's nowhere near the same as an agency, I would say.
And all your like clients come from the YouTube videos, right?
A lot, but we get them from everywhere, man. Like YouTube, email list is a big one. I know for you have a big email list as well, right? That seems to be growing a lot.
It's all right. It's not like It's not like a huge revenue driver by all means. No, I think Twitter is actually the main revenue driver at this moment. Which is
crazy.
insane. Fucking crazy, right? Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense because for me, like, for example, I posted something that got like 200,000 views, impressions on Twitter. And can you guess how much money we made out of it?
Zero.
Tell me about the tweet first. What was the tweet about?
It was a very, very polarizing tweet. So basically, I have a virtual assistant that takes my YouTube videos and then chops them up with ChatGPT and posts them. So
nice.
This one was slightly out of context, and he basically posted, I published 22,000 posts on 42 sites in 7 days or something like that. And then there was a certain number of people, a certain percentage of people on Twitter who saw that and were like, this guy's breaking the internet, shame on him.
Is this the tweet that people kept like quote tweeting you with the this is why there's a helpful content update? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. That's pretty jokes.
Oh, it was a hard one. I had to sign out of Twitter. It was a hard day in the office that day.
You think so? Does that get to you? Like the Twitter mob?
It doesn't, but I'm like, right, I'm not gonna let it get to me. So I'm gonna get out. Because I don't know, for me, it was blowing up. The thing is, the way that it was escalating was slightly scary. I'll be honest with you.
I'm surprised they haven't done that to you, Jackie.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done that to me too. I don't know why. Actually, I have like some awful takes sometimes, but I've been
and you're a full spammer.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think maybe I don't. Yeah, I don't know why they really came after you. I saw that.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was a brutal one. Yeah, they started tagging in all sorts of people as well, complaining to Big John Mueller on YouTube.
Oh my gosh!
All right. Yeah, and I think I saw that you didn't blank out some of the domains, right? Or your VA didn't.
They're public YouTube case studies, so it's all public.
Right.
But for me, I always say like these are crazy, fun experiments to get a lot of attention, as they obviously did yesterday on Twitter. And I think one video might have got 130k views recently on YouTube on the same topic. These are just crazy case studies, not actual SEO strategies we recommend. Like if you run a bank, don't publish 1,000 articles in 24 hours.
I do that. The fuck? No, man.
That's checkers every day.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying, I would partner with a bank and I publish 1,000 articles a day. Nothing's going to stop me, man. I think that's maybe why I've been able to get so many clients from Twitter. Cause you're like, if I'm so aggressively like capitalist, like a flaming capitalist, people at least they're like, okay, this guy at least is motivated by money. So if we onboard him, he'd try everything in his power to make money. And that's like, dude, it's insane. Like the type of clients I've been onboarding lately is bonkers. You should definitely get on Twitter more, man. I don't know about YouTube traffic. I haven't cracked that yet, but
no way. Mate, YouTube is one of the best ways, I would say, to get particularly agency clients. But the other thing I would say is like they're not massively high value clients. For example, big agencies, they're the type of clients that we love to work with, but we don't get those so much from YouTube. But with Twitter, it's been more public speaking opportunities and stuff like that have come through to me. And
damn, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I've never publicly spoke before. It's seems daunting to me. You seem like a natural though with your YouTube videos, man. You gotta give me some pointers.
Mate, if you saw the edits on those YouTube videos, like sometimes I might say something 10 times and then I have to cut it out later, because ChatGPT will break and then I'll mispronounce something and you won't see that in the video because obviously it's cut out. But I'm not quite as articulate as probably I come across in some of those videos. And, there's sometimes where the video breaks as well. Like it stops recording and there'll be a little clip where I'm like, what the... I don't want to say times or something, but
no, go ahead, man. Just swear all you want. It's cool.
Right.
So how do you do? So I've been trying to figure out this YouTube thing for a while, dude. It's really hard, man. Even with, I think personally my biggest struggle is coming up with a script. How do you just like, I think if your videos feel more like you just press record and then you do like the video very candidly, right? You don't really have a script that you follow.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of scripts back in the day. In fact, we had a full-time script writer in our team, in our marketing team. And
whoa,
go on.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, why isn't your scriptwriter still doing scripts?
Because we found, like, when I was right, so there's with YouTube you want to get more watch time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with the tutorials that I do now, which you can't really script because it's a tutorial and you're clicking all over the place, you're trying different workflows, things are breaking all the time. And essentially that's something people are going to watch from start to finish, even if it's 20 or 30 minutes, which increases your watch time, because people have to watch the whole video to learn something from it, right? And to actually put it into action. And then they might share it with their team and their virtual assistants and everything else. So that's why we started doing tutorials instead of doing these scripted, like, one-to-one videos where I look at the camera and just tell people what to do. And when I compare the watch time and also the response to it, the emotional response, we get a much better emotional response from the tutorials, because some of the stuff we do is crazy. Like, the people have never seen it before.
Was that why you went down the AI ChatGPT topics, just to increase the engagement and grow the channel versus trying, because your previous videos are all kind of link building, I guess topic wise, which is related to your agency. So what was the reason for the pivot, other than was it just to grow the channel?
Absolutely, yeah, because we were really capped with the audience that we were reaching. It was, honestly, it felt embarrassing sometimes. Like, we would record a video, we'd spend a week or two scripting it, nailing the thumbnail, putting it out there, and then when you hit publish, you still only get 200 or 300 views, and you're like, oh, come on, this is brutal. And then when you start doing these ChatGPT tutorials, all of a sudden, like, people are like, oh, we love this, it's fascinating, we learned a lot. I learned a lot just from doing it. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason, and this is probably more so, is back in January, I did an interview with Ryan Stewart. I think I introduced you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, he came on the pod. Thanks, man.
He's an awesome guy, but he scared the hell out of me that night, because we had a conversation about agencies and the future of agencies, and he was basically like, 90% of agencies are going to get wiped out, which I've seen a decent amount get wiped out this year. Anyone who's not keeping up to date with ChatGPT is really going to struggle with SEO. And honestly, I couldn't sleep that night. I was like, do I still have a job in 6 or 12 months? Do I still have a business? So at that point, I was like, I'm going to spend all day, every day, figuring this stuff out, and then I'll just document the whole process. And that's basically what I've done this year.
What I actually love about what you've done with your videos too for your agency, Jack, if you go down this road, you could copy it, but Julian basically has like a worksheet that you can download on every video. So it's like a straight lead magnet. So he's doing some tutorials, like, in the description, I think you've got some worksheets for different things you're doing, or prompts and things like that. That must be a huge lead generator for you.
It's massive. Yeah. So if you want to monetize your YouTube channel better, what I would say is you need a good funnel, right? You need somewhere to send people, but it has to be high value. So if you look at most people on YouTube and the way that they send people to their email list, it's not that enticing. Whereas if you look at our YouTube videos, I'm not saying we do it perfectly, but everything links together. So the free course complements the video, and then we create an SOP that we put inside the free course. And this all works together. So literally every single minute someone's opting in and watching a video. And then also you've got like the tripwire and all the emails that come with the funnel. So it works really well. Yeah.
Sick. How large is your list right now?
It's not massive, but if you look at the amount it's growing this year, that's what excites me. So it's only about like 30,000 people.
That's huge, dude.
But we get like, especially with Twitter now, with Twitter growing, we get about between 1,500 a week email list growth.
Wow. Damn, sick.
That's big.
And do you monetize it in any way? Because I don't think you push any sponsorships. You just push, like, everything's in-house, right? You just push it to your own products, right?
Yeah, so for me, I try to be really essentialist. So I'm like, there's many things I could do. I could do sponsorships and affiliate tools and I can do all sorts of little courses and stuff like that, or I can push everyone to the one big offer that I can easily scale because we have a machine that runs like clockwork, right? So that's why I push most people to the email list. What I will say is recently, and this is something I've changed across my email list as it's grown, is that I've basically segmented every single person on the email list in terms of where they are, the budget, how much they're willing to spend, what they've bought already, and then they'll get a personalized email funnel based on that. So it's kind of like an ascension funnel where, someone might opt in, but they only have like a $0 to $100 budget. So what we're going to do is direct them towards buying the $7 book. And then, if they buy the $7 book, then we might send them to an email ascension funnel where they buy a $56 buy. And we're just building them up because they might not buy today, but 6, 12, 18 months, we want to take them through the journey.
But how are you qualifying each person? Is it almost like a button click? How much budget do you have to spend, or is there more to it?
So we typically, like, first of all, if they try and book in a call, then they have to put in the budget, and that pre-qualifies them. And if they don't have the right budget, then we send them to a waiting list, and we just say candidly, we only work with clients ready to spend this amount. And then on top of that, if a client doesn't tell us their budget, we'd assume it's 0 to 100 from day one.
Okay.
But then it's very easy after that, because if they buy something, then we know, right, they're in this bucket. And then if they buy something else, right, they're in the next bucket.
Gotcha. Yeah. And do you want to keep going down this link building agency route, or do you want to start building out like your own assets? I see you're like dabbling in rank and rent, but also affiliate sites, right? Is there like a long-term goal for you in this space?
Yeah, I think to be taken seriously in the industry, you do need to have your own projects and have your own income from your own portfolio. Even if you're not planning to make a massive amount, I think it's important to be constantly testing and doing that yourself. So for me, we've increased the amount that we earn from these SEO sites more this year, and we'll just keep growing on that. And I think as long as we're making progress, I'm happy with that. But I don't plan to I definitely don't plan to get out of the agency game. For me, I want to scale the agency as big as I can.
Really? Fuck me, man, dude. I hate agencies so much.
Dude, you started another agency while talking about how much you hated agencies.
Yeah, but I'm not dealing with it, man. I'm not dealing with it. So it's fine, man. I'm not talking to anyone. It's great. I don't ever want to sort that out again. But I do agree the money's too good to say no to. I think it's just the client facing side. Do you sort that out, or do you have like account managers?
Yeah, so we have account managers, and the account managers take the sales calls as well. So the only time clients would speak to me is inside my mastermind. So we have that mastermind, and it's, if you're not a client, then you can pay for access. If you are a client and you're within a certain tier, then you get free access to the mastermind, and you can join the calls, or your team can as well. So it's kind of like an extra value add to increase retention. And it's the only time they get to speak to me. So it's like the best way to get in touch with me.
Nice. How large is what's your headcount at right now?
It's 50 people, but some
50
of them
50 people?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but it's not like they're not all like full time. You got people on Upwork, you got VAs, etc. So I wouldn't say it's like a serious. It's very flexible and very variable. Yeah, but yeah, 50 people.
Oh, 50 is wild, man. No, 50 is crazy huge. Like how many full timers do you have then? 50 is crazy. Whoa, that's wild. How many full timers do you have? Sorry, my mind is still blown. I'm thrown
Honestly,
off.
I don't know. I don't know how many full timers we have, because some of them will work like 40 or 50 hours, but they might be through Upwork and that sort of thing. So technically they're full time, but it's very flexible, which means that we're kind of protected in case SEO or link building ever did take a hit.
How many people do you personally have to manage?
So I personally manage 4 people. Yeah, 3 account managers, 1 ops manager. Yeah.
Nice. And I guess the account managers only manage the agency side. The ops sounds like probably your right hand. Like, do you just delegate most of your things through the ops? And what about like internal projects? I'm guessing with the sites and et cetera, et cetera? Is that through like your agencies, people who have like less things to do that week, you just hand that off to them, or do you sort out all the sites yourself?
Yeah, so this is one of the beautiful things about having an agency is like, yeah, for the client facing, you've got the account managers and they handle all of that and all the relationships. And then for the ops manager, yeah, she's basically my right hand and my implementer. So I'll create the system, typically on one of the YouTube videos, build out the SOP. That's why I actually create SOPs in my videos. And then I give them away for free, but I also give that to my team, and then they can go, right, this VA is going to do this person's going to do that. And it's all neatly organized and delegated.
Dude, that's smart. Monetize
Yeah, smart, really
SOPs.
Yeah, what the heck? SOPs as a service. Pretty good idea. Pretty good idea. Nice.
It's good. It makes me better at creating those systems. Like if I know I'm going to have 100,000 people watch that video, like you better make sure that SOP is good.
Yeah, yeah. And did you think in the beginning of the year your YouTube would blow up as quickly as it did?
No, I would have laughed in my own face if someone told me that. Like, for me, honestly, I remember, back in January, like getting 200 or 300 views was just standard. And then if you got 500 or 1,000 views, happy days. But to see the growth this year is just absolutely insane. Bear in mind as well, as an agency, we were relying pretty heavily on ads, sort of October.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. So we ran a lot of Facebook ads and that sort of thing. It's super hard to make it profitable. You can get as many sales calls as you want. Very hard to make it profitable. I know some agencies do, so it obviously works. But for me, now we can rely solely on organic. And it's the best thing ever because the profit margins are way higher. It's way more predictable. And you don't have to worry about Mark Zuckerberg shutting down your account.
Gotcha.
Not
Have
that he goes in and
sorry, was that?
Not that I think it's him that goes in and clicks a button, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yo, did you see the Verge article?
I did, but I was like, is this a ChatGPT article? Because it was 20,000 words. Who's writing 20,000 words these days?
That reporter is apparently. I feel like she there's a lot of resentment towards SEOs in that one, huh?
It was brutal, but
yeah,
it's interesting seeing everyone's reactions. I can see where she's coming from. Fair play to her. But I think as well it's because there's a mismatch between what people are told to do and what they should actually be doing. Right? Like, you don't just create an amazing website and then it's going to get gifted by Google. Like, there's a lot more that goes into it, right?
Yeah, agreed. And are you more in the create helpful content and then traffic will come, or are you more on the harsh just hit all the check boxes, build some good links, and then you'll eventually rank type of thing?
Yeah, do everything you can. You know, it's a probabilities game. And for me, with any clients that come to us, we give them a checklist. And from start to finish, everything has to be optimized, right? It's like, go after the right keywords, make sure you optimize the content in the right way for search intent and the algorithm. And then make sure you build links to the right page as well.
Did you take, or have you taken anything from your ChatGPT, YouTube case study stuff? And is there anything that you've applied to your own affiliate or rank and rent sites, or just that you've discovered from those case studies?
Pretty much everything. Honestly, everything that I talk about in those case studies we actually do for our affiliate sites, but they're built in public. So the results that we get, we share as well. And I think extremely transparent. Everything that we do, we show.
How are those sites going, by the way? I don't think I've ever checked them out.
So
you have a bird one, right? If I remember correctly.
Cheaper Bird's the one and only.
Yeah.
So nice it's going all right. Like if you compare year on year, the income and the traffic we've got this year versus last year, pre-ChatGPT, it's doing so much better. Like previously, we had a bunch of human writers, and our traffic just stagnated for this Birds website, right? And Google was basically like, nah, mate, we don't like your human written content. It's never going to rank. And then as soon as we started using ChatGPT, it just took off like crazy. It took a little bit of a hit from the helpful content update. So I think mainly because there were no EAT signals across the website. So there was no author, no real person, not even a contact page, etc. And then also we were smashing the content. So, but it's still 4 times up what it was previously. So even though it took a hit, it's still 4 times higher than it was with human content.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you got to take that up with Vibov, because I think you used auto blogging with that one too, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I'm seeing him on Saturday.
Yeah, he's have you met him before?
Do you know what? We met at Charles Float's mastermind in Phuket this time last year. And we were chatting, and then I think I must have done a case study on his tour in March. But I saw your podcast with him that was absolutely savage and brutal, but entertaining.
Yeah, no, him and I are actually friends. Dude, I've gotten some like messages to tell me to go easy on it, but like him and I are actually friends. I met up with him in Istanbul. We're like good friends. We chat, so it's fine. But yeah, I got a lot of DMs. People are like, "Dude, why are you so mean to this guy?"
No, I could tell you were joking. Yeah.
Yeah, you think so? Okay, good.
He's such a nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's kind of weird too. Like he's actually weird. Like the shit he says, unbelievable. I can't. I don't know if he's joking half the time. I don't know. I think both of us like miss social cues, so we don't really get each other's humor. It's bad. It's bad. Nice. So are you speaking in Chiang Mai, or are you just?
No, I'm not.
You're just heading up there. Yeah.
Yeah, just heading up there. Yeah, I hope I can next year. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Did I remember correctly that you're not much of a party guy?
Yeah, I don't drink.
Nice. Good for you, man.
I only smoke crack. That's it.
Chill. The
better alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah. The weight loss drug. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't drink. I haven't drunk for 10 years. Yeah. So.
Good for you. Why is that?
Mainly, it used to give me a lot of anxiety, honestly. Drinking, like in England, we have this culture of like, you don't drink to have one drink or to relax and stuff like that. You drink to get blackout drunk. That's what we always did at uni. So I remember one time, I mean, just being 100% honest here, I had a massive hangover one day. It was when I was about 24 years old. And I literally been anxious for about 6 months. 6 months I couldn't work, couldn't think properly, was super depressed. I had to go and live with my grandma and granddad for about 6 months. And eventually I was like, right, well, if I get through this, I'm never going to drink again. And 10 years later, I've never drunk again.
Good for you, man. So are you much of a, like, do you have like a really solid routine then every day? Like what does a day in your life look like? I guess you record a video every day, right?
Yeah, it's been very extreme this year, honestly. And I think that's mainly because I'm like, right, well, this is an opportunity and I'll make the most of it. I mean, if you looked at me like this time last year, I'd work maybe 1 hour a day. I was spending a lot more time on music and performing music and that sort of thing. And nice. Friends, yeah. I think this year, it's been a year of elimination and extreme focus, but that's only because I want to make the most of the opportunities I have and the audiences growing up. So yeah, for me, usually I wake up 6 or 7 in the morning and I'll be working from like 6 until what time is it now? Yeah, midnight right now. Normally I sleep about 9 or 10 p.m. Maybe I'll see some mates or something like that in between, or play music if it's a Tuesday night. But very intense.
Damn, that is intense. Wait, no breaks in between? Like, are you eating, going to the gym and shit, or are you just grinding for like?
It's super
12
intense.
hours.
Yeah, so I work out pretty much. I work out 6 days a week.
Okay.
I usually just have protein shake in the morning and then eat once a day. And that's it. It's super extreme, man. But it's just because I want to go all in on work, put 90% of my energy on that, make the most of all the opportunities I have, and then it doesn't have to be forever. It's just right?
Yeah, I think it's good because a lot of people, when they are given this opportunity, they really fumble it, right? Like you hit it big this year and you're fucking grinding pretty hard, and I really commend you for that. A lot of people just get like complacent, and it's good to see you going so hard on it. I don't think I've seen anyone publish as consistently as you. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. So yeah, no worries. So how much of your like virality on YouTube would you put into, because like the YouTube game, like the people deep into the YouTube game, they really talk about like thumbnails, titles, and like hooks on hooks on hooks. But I don't think any of your videos check any of those boxes. Like, no, I mean like it's like very no frills, very candid videos, and they're working really well. So it like really goes against every YouTuber I brought on, like their advice. Dude, how do you do it? And what should I do? Because I've been trying to copy theirs, and then I'm like, no, I think people want candid. So I've been testing this new format. I don't know. What do you think is working right now on YouTube in the SEO space?
It's a good question. So I've been down that rabbit hole for years now. Honestly, like we hired consultants for $100 an hour. We would do a strategy session with them every week. They'd give us a list of like 100 different things we need to do. We've hired $200 an hour videographers. We've had a team of marketing managers, script writers, and you know how many views we got? 300 views, the magic number per video.
Actually, fuck.
Yeah, that was it. And it was just absolutely not worth it at all. And when I talk about the year of elimination, what I mean is really just getting rid of all the noise and all the rubbish and just going, right, I'm going to focus, but I'm going to go really far in one direction. And that's basically what I've done. So for example, with the YouTube videos, from the idea in my head, publishing the content, sitting down and publishing the content, takes about 2 hours maximum. I'm ashamed if it takes longer. So I try and make it really fast, really efficient. I systemize every single part of that. You know, for example, the title, the description is all run through ChatGPT with a prompt that I use pretty much every single time. I know exactly what keywords are going to rank and how often I should publish about those keywords. The thumbnails, all templated, so I can just crack them out really quickly. And then, like I said, my videos are recorded through Descript, this software which
same.
Yeah,
it's great.
So like if you mess up, like I was talking about before, if it's me in the background, I'm going, for fuck's sake, like that video broke or whatever. It doesn't matter because I can just delete the sentence and it will take me about 10 minutes to run through the whole thing. So I just stopped listening to all these courses and all this nonsense about having nice fancy lighting in the background, and just sat down and done the work. And when I spoke to Income Stream Surfers, I don't know if you're familiar with them on YouTube.
No.
Hamish, this guy's a beast. Like he's got like 92,000 subscribers. I have a lot of respect for him as well. And I spoke to him. He's like, I've recorded a video in 30 minutes and I don't even edit it. I was like, damn, I'm so far behind. I take 75% longer than this guy.
Damn, I haven't seen his videos before.
Yeah. That's kind of like the almost like the new meta, or going back to the old meta of YouTube, where it's kind of like more of that vlogging style, just talking, no fancy edits and fancy graphics. But I will say as well, like your titles are super outrageous and extreme, which make people click. Like the latest ones are like AI SEO, how I automated 15,000 internal links for 42 of his sites in 3 minutes. Like, of course, someone's going to watch that. They're looking to build internal links, or how to basically ranking first in 4 hours using ChatGPT. Like, that stuff is going to bring SEOs and people in. Even if you're not in SEO, people are just wanting to rank their pages. Like, that stuff is clickable.
Yeah, for me, it's all about the show, don't tell method, right? And it's about creating a story. So when I sit down and I create this crazy workflow, for example, creating 15,000 internal links, it's like we're going on a little journey together. I'm not really sure where it's going to end up, but we'll come out with something and I'll probably make an SOP out of it. And then that's basically what I did with the video today. I think this show don't tell technique works particularly well in SEO, simply because you know yourself, Jackie and James, like there's so many people talking BS in the industry. There's so many people who don't know what they're talking about. And there's so many people who just do client work, but they don't do anything themselves, and they're just regurgitating trash they've watched on Neil Patel's channel or something like that. So, and Neil Patel was totally, he's amazing.
Shots fired.
He gets millions of traffic to his website, so he's absolutely killing it. And he's very smart at SEO, but his advice is quite generic, right? Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and these people who regurgitate that sort of information, they don't seem to do well on YouTube anymore. Whereas you look at Income Stream Servers, or you look at you guys, man. Like when I watched I saw your income statement come through on email, and I was like, it's so raw and so real and honest and authentic. of course that's going to resonate with people.
Yeah, but fuck. I don't know, man. I haven't been able to crack the YouTube code just yet. Still trying to figure it out. It's I don't know why. I feel like Twitter is easier for me because I'm so such a shit poster. Well, I don't think shit posting works on YouTube as much. And also, do you not edit any of your videos? Like you personally edit them, right? You don't have an editor?
Yeah, I just edit them like a blog post. So it's like the video's there. It's going to take me 5 or 10 minutes. I could go back and forth and wrestle with a video editor all day. I've done that before in the past. We used to have 2 or 3 of them. But that's going to slow me down. It's going to be like having an anchor on my back. Whereas I can just get this done, 10, 15 minutes, publish it, bing, bang, bosh, we're flying.
Yeah. Yeah. Good to hear that you use the script as well. No wonder. Okay, that explains a lot. Man, James, you should do that for some of your own YouTube videos as well.
I'm thinking how I do it though, because
fitness is a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'll either do like on the whiteboard, like I did one today, like a whiteboard, almost like explainer kind of, almost like breaking down how to do X, Y, Z, and then sometimes I'll show some exercises at the end, that kind of thing. But it's more like giving examples and breaking down things on there, or in the gym breaking down something. But I'm not sure, because that's how I was doing, where I just basically talk and I just edited it myself, but it took so fucking long to edit. I just have an editor now to put it together and do a few bits and pieces. But just sitting there and talking, I mean, that's kind of like what my podcast is anyway. So I just sit there and talk if I do a solo one, which does all right. But I don't think I can do it for every video, at least not with what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
I think what you do well on Twitter, Jackie, that probably I do on YouTube as well, is the fact that you're creating an emotional reaction, right? So like when you put out information about OnlyFans or something like that, you're triggering.
Did you sorry, hold on one second. Did you just like hit us with a thumbs up on your video?
No,
how did that work?
I don't know what's going on there because I've got my hands over here. Like my hands are literally right in front of me. I thought it was you.
What? The little thumbs up bubble by your head.
I wonder if the audience will see that. That's bizarre.
Like
anyways,
when I move my hands or something like that. I don't know.
He's trolling us, man. He's got something going on there.
Dude,
I like troll Jackie show on YouTube. That's my next video tomorrow.
Yeah, what the heck's going on? Anyways, sorry, you were saying something about emotional reaction, right?
Yeah. So like the content has to polarize people, right? And it has to create some sort of trigger so that when people see that title or that thumbnail, they're like, okay, what's this guy going to come up with next, right? And I think you make a lot of money with affiliate and SEO, for example. Mm-hmm. Probably both do. And so you've got some crazy stuff. You could talk about it, but it's just packaging it together in the right way, right? So, for example, if you said to people, I've got a net worth of $4 million from SEO, and here's how I did it in X amount of years, like that's probably going to make people want to click the video.
Yeah. But then that type of video is like a script video, right? It wouldn't be so much as like a two. Yeah. What do you think?
I would do it the same way you kind of showed your top income earners, right? I remember when you went through your Binance account and then your Amazon affiliate, etc. I saw one of those videos. That sort of thing is going to work really well because it's just irrefutable truth. And when people see it, they're going to be impressed by it, and it's going to create an emotional reaction. It's going to be like, this guy genuinely makes money. He might be the only YouTuber actually making that amount of money and showing it on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, those videos are much easier to do, like just showing people like the exact numbers than scripting. Scripting takes so long, man.
Dude, I don't script anything. Nothing. I just talk off the cuff.
And then you're doing a lot of stuff with AI, right? When you work with a client, are you using AI?
I am, yeah. Well, yeah, human edited, but yeah, a lot of AI nowadays.
That's even better. Yeah, so for example, if you had a YouTube video and it was like, right, here's how I take ChatGPT content, here's my human editing checklist, and then here's how much traffic you got afterwards. Like, that's going to work really well.
Yeah, but then we'd have to reveal the client, right? Or you're not revealing.
Yeah, I think if you look at a lot of YouTubers, they don't reveal the client, but they will show the search console. But they'll just blur out the most important parts that you don't want to show anyone.
Interesting. Yeah, that could be good. But yeah, dude, with all the guests that are coming on who are big into SEO nowadays, dude, I've been trying to convince them, and everyone I've been meeting recently, dude, do some partnerships, man. I don't know if you have any people in your network. Do you know what partnerships are? Like, I've been talking about it quite a bit.
It's something I've heard you talk about it because I watch a lot of your content, and I was like, this is a no-brainer because one of the things that we struggle with is client retention, right? So it's like for example, the more value you can give to a client, the longer they're going to stick with you. What is going on here? And then
what software do you have going on?
What?
But it's a no-brainer, and I think what you're doing is you're adding massive value to a client, and therefore they're going to pay you more and stick with you longer. I think that's amazing what you're doing.
Yeah. So if you have any so what I've been starting to do is, I've also have like a niche edit productized service. So if I see any sites, I've been asking the team if they see any high DR sites coming in, flag that, and then I'll reach out to them myself. I'm like, yo, partnership time. It's you have to do it, man. It's the opportunity is massive, well into six figures for any DR 80 site, and then you just become the largest affiliate in the space. And then we find out Verge was right. We are the problem in the SEO industry. But dude,
you're not turning everyone into Outlook India, are you?
Well, sort of am, but private Outlook India. But it works. It works so well. And what's Google going to do? It's like whack-a-mole for them, right?
Can I ask 2 questions about that?
Yeah.
Number one, how do you deal with the equity situation? Does it get quite messy in terms of sharing the profits and tracking that sort of thing?
No. It's so if, for example, if it's on indexy.com, it'd be indexy.com/guides, and it'd be a new, fresh WordPress installation. And then everything under that goes through either probably goes through your affiliate accounts, and then you split everything and you do a monthly reporting for them. And I think the most important part is that you have to own the IP to the content you create. Otherwise, dude, some of the companies I'm talking to, they try to push for the most unfavorable deals, but typically as an agency, you would fold and then you would just give it to them because they're coming at you with a 20K retainer. You're like, all right, just take everything. You can have favorable, you can pay month to month. It doesn't matter. But in our case, we command such a high value add that you're able to ask for 24x monthly revenue if they want to cancel the contract. Stuff like that. I've been able to lock those down. So if you're able to do it, man, it seems like you have the reach. So I'm just thinking all the opportunities that must be in your doorstep that probably are going unnoticed. It's crazy out here right now.
That's insane. And then how do you feel about publishing? I know you get human writers to edit it, but how do you feel about publishing AI content on potential client sites?
He feels nothing.
I feel nothing, dude. What do you mean?
He's dead inside.
Dude, I haven't felt anything in years. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
His heart is just dollar signs. That's all it is.
Yeah. What exactly are you asking, though? I don't know what you mean, actually.
Okay, so being honest with you, when we sell content to clients, and we only sell content on back end to clients, we only sell human written content simply because I'd be concerned that potentially they might get hit one day for using AI content, and I wouldn't like that to happen. But I'm guessing if you have human editors in the process, and you don't really have to worry about that so much. Yeah,
and also, man, I think I've gone through a couple cycles with some of these partnerships already. They're A-okay. Yeah, they're A-okay. Don't worry about that. I think, and I think there's a lot more worse content than AI content out there. I think some of the shit Forbes puts out is pretty bad too. So we can go back and forth on that. So I think anytime a good indicator for me is I would just check Forbes, and I have like select articles on Forbes that I know are like dog shit. So if those pages aren't hit, then I'm like, all right, we'll be fine this round. You know, so these are just like the canary in the coal mine type of situations.
So it's like the benchmark. Like if those pages don't get hit, don't worry, no one's gonna get hit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, there's like an army of friggin' opportunity right now. I'm just trying to figure out how I can onboard as many as possible. That's my issue, because I don't have enough human editors to like train up right now. It's really hard. But yeah, I think it. Yeah, I mean, if you have, seems like you have quite a bit of link building clients. It's like a easy way for you, and you have like the headcount. You could probably shift your resources pretty quickly and like transition.
We get asked about partnerships all the time, and I've always stayed out of it just because it feels a bit messy. But it's 100% something I should look at again.
Yeah. But dude, just don't get the local law firm asking you for a partnership DR25. You know, that is not worth your time. I get a lot of those too. So every time I push out like a tweet about partnerships, I get huge influx of like just dog shit, like massive amounts of dog shit, and I'm just like, nah, I have to say no to a lot of them. But then once in a while, I get a DR85, and then they're like, "What do I do with this?" I'm like, "Dude, you come to the right place. Here we go." And yeah, we're gonna start with a couple next week. Pretty exciting.
That's amazing, man. When you partner with them, like, are you charging just a profit share, for example? Or are you charging a retainer?
Yeah. So, it is, if they want to keep the IP to the content, we've done it with like mega companies, like freaking like 9-figure companies. So they need to retain ownership of the content. So I'm like, all right, fine, you know. So pay us $10K a month plus 50% rev share, and then you can own the content. But for the smaller brands, we have to own the content.
Wow.
And then we get 50% rev share only. So it's super aggressive though. Yeah.
And what's your goal? Like, so you trying to scale your MMR to a certain figure? Or?
Dude, yeah, I think we can do it. I think we'd do it. So we're onboarding like a DR90 plus right now, which is absolutely bonkers. That should be pretty quick to scale to 100K a month. We have a health site at 250. We have another new news site that's at like mid 20 something K right now. So I think 400K by end of the year is possible, but $1 million is impossible. Maybe next year this time. But yeah, that would be nuts.
Yeah.
But unless Google claps me, then I'm fucked. But at least we had a good run, you know. I'll talk about this with my kids.
It sounds like you're doing well already. Yeah, either way.
But yeah, dude, I feel like with your reach, there's you've got to have some like massive opportunities. I don't know if do you know what I mean? I feel like you can squeeze super hard on some of these opportunities.
This is
do you sell them? Sorry. One follow up question. Do you sell them full service SEO or only link building? Like for your like final big offer, like a Fortune 100 company comes to you and they're like, we want backlinks, and then you're like just selling the backlinks, or
yeah,
you know what I mean?
We're not great at this, honestly. Like our biggest client is spending $20,000 a month.
Dude, that's a lot. Fuck you mean? That's a lot.
Oh,
that's huge.
Mate, I was at I don't know if you were there, the Vietnam conference.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
So Alejandro's like, put your hand up if you're making, 1,000 and then 5,000, and people. He's like, keep your hand up if you're making 20,000, and then he said, keep your hand up if you're making 50,000. My hand went down. There was still quite a decent amount of people in the room with hands up. It was quite impressive.
Damn. I wish I went to any of the talks, man. I didn't go. I was just, I was just in the vicinity. But damn, yeah, no, there's some big players, but come on, man. I think you just gotta compare with yourself. 20K a month clients. So you don't sell them full service. Like you don't sell any ongoing audits, any like no content plans, no blog posts, nothing.
So we sell content.
Okay.
We sell content. we don't sell a massive amount. Honestly, I think the MMR is pretty low for that. We need to get better at this. I was thinking about it earlier this year, and I was like, because I'm so new to having an audience, my skills at actually monetizing the audience are very poor compared to the size of the audience. So I think it's something you learn. And
more thumbs up.
Even Riverside disagreeing with me. He gave me the thumbs up. So, yeah.
No, I think you'll get there. You'll get there, man. But I think full service SEO is the way to go. That's when you get the freaking 30, 40K a month retainers, which are juicy as hell. But yeah, it's exciting to see. I'm excited to see where you're going to take it by next time, probably this year. See where it goes. What do you think of the AI headwinds in the space? Think it's a risk to the SEO space or no?
The AI could get penalized.
No, AI like SGE could replace 10 blue links as we know it, and search traffic will go significantly down in the future for organic.
Yeah, I feel a lot more optimistic today than I did a few months ago, honestly. When I first saw SG come out, I was like, this is game over. Honestly, I don't know how many more clicks we're going to get from this. But the longer AI sticks around, the more positive I feel about the future of SEO. And I can only imagine the costs involved for Google when it comes to actually creating a search engine like that. But on top of that, I've done so many parasite SEO experiments this year where
nice,
all of a sudden, like LSI keywords around my name start popping up for that particular term. Like, for example, how to use ChatGPT for link building. If you look at the LSIs at the bottom of the page, the related keywords, it's got Julian Goldie as like 3 different combinations of the keywords. So it's kind of like, I feel it can still be gamed in many ways because you can just change the consensus. And Google's results at the top of SG are going to be based on the consensus. So if you rank 5 or 6 times on the first page, you're there already.
Yeah. I do agree. I think I'm more optimistic now than before. But I guess we'll find out, man. Are you going to Saigon next year again, or no?
Yeah, I'm speaking there. Yeah.
Oh, sick. All right, then I'll see you there. Amazing. So we can get some FaceTime in Saigon. Perfect. I guess we should wrap up because don't want to take up too much of your time. Where do you want people to follow you, man?
You can just check me out on YouTube or juliangoldie.com if you want to get in touch about link building.
Perfect, man. Well, thanks so much for coming on today. It was fun finally to get to chat with you.
You too, definitely. Yeah, thanks.
Cheers.
Take it easy.
Cheers.